Omar, and today I keep my series going as far as potential players and what they got, what value do they have this upcoming season. So today I like to ask a question of who's going to lead the Titans in receiving yards? Is it going to be Robert Woods, Traylon Burks, or somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Some of the projectors got them as as far as the bottom, as far as skill positions. I was checking out a couple of sites, and so I was just trying to just talk on it and see. First of all, they know they gotta replace AJ Brown's production, so they hoping that Treylon Burks should come in and do that. You know, uh, maybe he can, maybe he can't. We just gotta wait and see. How up to speed he is with the offense. That first month of the season. But they brought over Robert Woods, and he was having a decent season before he got hurt. He had 45 catches, 656 yards or 556, and then he had 4 touchdowns. So, but he was looking like he was gonna get over 1,000 yards, because Cooper was getting all the attention, and so he was kind of making plays. And then, then he got hurt. So we got to see whether he would have been fully recovered off his injury, or whether it might take him a year before he get back to his old self. The other receiver they had last year that was kind of getting opening or getting open was his name was Nick Westbrook Icon. And he was doing all right as far as like every game or two, what I'm saying, he'd come, and he was, if you turn back and look at the season, he made more impact plays than Julio did last year for them. So, he got potential. And then a sneaky addition they did add was Austin Hooper. You know what I'm saying? He had 38 catches for 345 and 3 touchdowns in an offense where they barely use him. It's like they kind of once he went to Cleveland, they kind of like literally took him out of the passing game. Like he had like he should have chose a better offense to go to when he was a free agent. He went up there thinking that he was gonna. I mean, he probably went there for the money, but how he was looking in Atlanta, he looked like he definitely was on that high arch as far as like top tier tight ends and whatnot. And then he went there for 2 seasons, and he still hasn't looked like how he looked in the 2019 season and whatnot. But if he gets some opportunities and they feature him, he got potential. I mean, 345 ain't shit, so he easily can get past that. I think on the humble, what I'm saying, as far as just for real, it all depends on Ryan Tannehill. To be honest, man, like I don't like I would have been through with him if I was a Titans fan. I would have been through with his fucking ass after that playoff game, because that game was so damn winnable. Like, you looking at it just as a football person or just a sports fan, and you looking like Tennessee don't never show up on defense. And that game they had like, I think, 9 or 10 sacks, blowing they fucking line up for the most of the game. And like Cincinnati was like literally hanging on by a thread because Tannehill was fucking choking the game away with all them stupid ass turnovers and shit. Well, even with all the turnovers, the D literally kept them into the game until the very last moment and shit. So it all depends on him. Like, to be honest, I think they should be done with him. and let Malik come out there and see what he got. I like this poise and how he was looking in preseason versus some of the ones, and definitely against the backups. He looked like what I'm saying, is he's a little bit more up to speed than I would say Jordan Love. Jordan Love, I don't think Jordan Love got it. So he probably either he has another year of learning or what. But right now he doesn't look like he the speed. It looks like it's too much for him when he's out there. And then I ain't really sold on Trey Burke yet. I mean, he had a good game, but I if I'm looking, you putting game tape between Malik and the game tape of Trey Burke, and Malik look a little bit more further along than Trey Burke, even though Trey Burke got to sit down, and they were both the same amount of raw as far as the amount of games they played in college. So it seems like Malik, if they let Malik sit, and if he gets to play either later on in the year, if Tannehill's struggling, or next year, I think Malik could be ready to go. As far as Trey Burke, it looked like they trying to force him out there because he still get flustered, and like when he still ain't climbing the pocket the way he should, and when he be looking, but then he'll start looking down, and I guess that's might be a hard thing to understand, but once you start looking down and you supposed to be looking at the entire field, it's kind of like he don't trust he doesn't trust his arm to get it to the mark, like a quarterback's supposed to. I mean, I might have over explained it, or maybe it might only certain people might understand what the hell I meant by that. But you can kind of like when you seeing him, it's still like he still needs. I guess he just needs some games. I guess so. Maybe the mid season he might start looking up to speed. But right now I just like what I see from Malik right now, and especially going into that offense. He gonna make it a little bit more dynamic. Like I said, whether he gets some reps this year or whether he start off in 2023. But yeah, that's the thing about who should lead him in receiving. Like it really looks or depends on how Burks come out there. If he come out there on fire, because every year like it's always a rookie receiver that people thought might have was gonna do something, or he might have been like right there, like I don't know, and then he come out there and just ball out and whatnot. So 2 years ago it was right. 2 years ago it was Jefferson, right? Because he been in the league 3 years. Yeah, and then last year, people didn't know Chase was gonna come out there, remembering that he sat out a whole season and whatnot. But he was ready to go. He was the goods. So it's gonna be another receiver that be like that. So if Tannehill, if he find openings in the defense and Tannehill get him the ball, we'll see like if he's ready to see why he was a top pick. So in closing, I probably lean more towards Burks. Yeah, I probably lean more towards Burks over Woods. Because like I said, I gotta see how he come back, because normally it's not a seamless return when you coming back from those type of injuries that Woods had. So yeah, that'll be still yet to be determined. But if I was to take a guess today in August, like a week before the season start, I probably lean more towards Burks. All right, that's just my quick take today. I'll catch up with y'all next time.